Okay, we're recording. Fun. I hope this looks good. Microphone in hand. Okay. Oh my god, I'm acting like I don't know how this works. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Hello. Welcome back to Out of the Nowhere, where absolutely nothing happens out of the nowhere. I keep messing up. This is my first time I'm actually recording video for the episode to put on YouTube. I know. But so I'm looking at the computer screen because I'm usually just staring at the screen, watching how many seconds I've been talking and trying to remember if I said something annoying. Anyway, welcome back to Out of the Nowhere, where absolutely nothing happens out of the nowhere. It's me, KG. For those of you that are watching on YouTube, hey, how's it going? I'm kind of excited about this, but also scared because I feel like everyone gets super hypercritical about themselves when it comes to camera, video, photo, all of that. So I'm bearing with myself. I'm trying to just set myself away from it. I'm using the back camera, and we all know how that shit distorts your face a little bit. Or maybe it's not distorting your face. Maybe this is really what my face looks like, and the front camera is distorting it. What a concept. Anyway, this kind of all coincides because right now I actually want to talk to you guys about navigating this new life of mine. I know I talked about 2 episodes ago how I separated from work and kind of just, I don't know. I was in a limbo. I don't feel like I'm in a limbo anymore. We'll see. For my astrology girlies, we have this lunar eclipse going on the 25th, so in a few days. Right now when I'm recording this, it's the 23rd, so by the time this comes out, it will have been the lunar eclipse. But in any case, we all know that lunar things always what is the word that I'm trying to use? I don't know why. I feel like I'm actually getting tripped up because I'm here on camera, and that's not fine. But we have to get used to it. So here we are. Oh my gosh. And now I'm scratching my face. This is just so. Anyway, hello. Thank you all for bearing with me. This has been a rough 2 minutes. Anyhow, hello. I hope everyone's having a fantastic day. If it's Tuesday when you're listening to this, happy fucking Tuesday. If it's Thursday, whatever day it happens to be, happy insert day here. Okay. But anyway, I want to talk more about navigating this new life that I'm in and kind of creating my own schedules and deciding whether or not I want to return back into the workforce and work somebody's job or whatever. And I actually just want to take a second to kind of, I don't know, express some of my dreams and hopes out loud. I know that, some people find this to be a little bit controversial. I think sometimes people are always afraid that people are preying on their downfall, but I've actually always experienced the opposite. I feel like people have always been super supportive of me, sometimes in ways of personal gain, which, do your thing, queen, do your thing, king, you're fine. But I feel like I've never had anyone, to my knowledge, just be like, oh my God, I hope that she fails. But I really wanted to put these things out into the universe because, yeah, I feel like I need to. I think I need to say it out loud for me. But anyone that knows me knows that I'm I'm a YouTube girly. I'm a social media girly. Not even to the point where I'm on there consuming all the live long day, but I love the girls. You know what I mean? I love that type of community. I love building community. I love things like that. And for the longest time, everyone's always said oh, you should start doing a YouTube. You should vlog. You should whatever. And I'm like, no, I don't want to be on the internet. But I actually do want to be on the internet. I do. And I think a lot of that came from just fear. And one thing that I have been really good at doing in life that probably has not been positive is when I sense a little bit of fear, or even sometimes and I want to say that I've expressed this to you all before. I self-sabotage in such a way that it is actually ridiculous. I self-sabotage when it comes to something being like a little bit harder than what I'm willing to do. Like, I feel like that sounded really bad. That did not come across the way that I wanted it to come across. But anytime something, like, I can only get to a certain level of difficult. There's like certain levels of hard that I'm willing to get to. Like for me, physical work, anything that has to do with like lifting, pulling, tugging, whatever, or like, you know, just conversing with people and connecting with them or whatever, that's never been hard for me. So that's like a different, like, that's just kind of like energy output, you know? I think that may have to do with me being a generator in human design and just kind of having that like sacral source to pull from, but just being somebody that's just kind of like, okay, you know, it's fine. Almost like I feel as though I have infinite energy, maybe not even infinite, because I think there's just like a certain threshold for the energy that I'm willing to give out in a job. That's why, like, you know, doing retail jobs or like working in stock rooms or like even just in my last position with with like client success and being in a space where like I'm managing a book of business, a large book of business at that, and anything and everything they have to do with whatever, you know, we were in a tech companies and we're dealing with websites, but anything that had to do with like their digital marketing and their website and things, like I'm handling this for about 900 people. I don't really care. You know what? I'm just cranking out the work. But there's like a certain thing that I think whenever I get to something that's close to my heart or something that is actually something that I've envisioned or dreamed about, I get so scared that like I don't want to do it. I end up in like not even full analysis paralysis, but just kind of like, it's going to be really hard and I'm going to have to do something that I've never done before. And I think that's really the fear. It's like pushing past things that I've never done before. There's like even though I've done different types of jobs and, you know, gotten 3 different degrees and all of that, that's not anything new. Like I'm learning information, I'm taking a test on it, I'm using it in real life. You know, it's kind of like it's a very cyclical thing, something that I've been doing forever. Like you start a new job, you learn how to do the job, whatever, and then you just do it. And for this, I feel like being on social media, being an influencer, content creator, it's one of those things that's like a little bit unknown. Like this is a job that you're kind of making up and like you can decide what types of things you want to do and how you want to do it. And that just gives so much freedom that I think my mind goes numb and I don't know what to do, right? Like, and I'm not somebody that's super like niche-y, which as you can see, like all my social medias are all Caitlin's things because there's like all these things. There's so many things that I'm interested in. There's so many things that I've learned. There's so many things that I want to share. It's kind of like there's stuff everywhere because today I'm a podcaster. Tomorrow when we go to this new restaurant, me and my mom, I'm now a foodie. I'm like a food blogger. So now I'm taking all the photos and we're reviewing the things. Like I'm a food critic. Next week, I might be a hotel reviewer. Like there's just so many pieces of, and I think this is really just like lifestyle content, but I've been so scared to put my goddamn life on the internet. I don't know. But that's what I really want to do. That's actually what I really want to do. And I've had to do a lot of like thinking because there's points in time where I'm like, is that really what you want to do? Because bitch, why the fuck are you scared if that's the case? But I know that I only get scared and I only pause on things that I'm like super excited about. Anything else, I'm like, oh, let's just go. It's the same thing. Like when I'm planning trips, I'm sure my cousin Montgomery can attest to this. I am like there's just so many things I could do. There's so many things we could do. And I get insane with like looking things up and planning for stuff and just kind of like thinking about what we could be doing. And then it becomes like, I don't know which one to do. Like, I don't know. That could just be typical Libra-ness. It could just be me being so fucking excited and having a little bit of an information overload. So I'm really just trying to take this one step at a time. And I think this podcast is going to be like piece 1 of that for me, being able to just kind of come on here, especially now that we're incorporating a video situation, being able to come on here and just like talk freely and share these kind of thoughts with you and share my life lessons and all of that. Because that's actually what the gist of this entire thing is. Like, that's the reason why I want to get on the internet in the first place, is to come on here anywhere, wherever the quote unquote here is, and be able to just share. I feel like there's so much. It's something that I talk to with friends all the time about how like people have so much information, right? Like we all have our own experiences. We've all been through so much and no one's telling anybody anything, you know, like we need to make sure that we're continuing this on. Like we're talking about breaking generational curses and whatever. Yeah, like that's a real thing. And I feel as though, like when I talk to my parents, for example, my mom and dad have been through so many things, but I don't know half of that. And that's not the way that it should be. Not that I need to be all up in their business or nothing. There's certain things I don't need to know. But certain things I do need to know. Like I had a conversation with my mother just the other day I think I have diabetes. I don't know if I don't know. You know how like WebMD, like you diagnose yourself via WebMD. I was like, oh my God, I think I have pre-diabetes. There's something going on. Like, I think I might have like type 2 diabetes. I don't know what's going on. And, I'm going to get blood glucose tests or whatever. And then my mom's like, oh, I have this book. Like, after I blabbered about this for probably like a week and a half, she comes by the house and she's like, oh, I have this book that's talking about like, natural ways to cure or like prevent diabetes and like kind of how it all works in your body and whatever. I looked at this lady. I was like, ma'am, I know you did not just let me spiral for weeks. And then today you want to come here with some information. And she knows how I am with like medicine. Like I can't take insulin. I actually need to do something else. I will not be able to give myself a shot. That's actually not what's going to be going down here at all. She knows that for a fact. She knows I'm sitting here stressed as fuck and really just like, oh, here's some items. Here's a thing. And I also don't really like to take medicine in general. Like I'm just not a medicine taker. So I would rather do something a little bit more holistic and a little bit more natural. And I'm like, or even just like lessons in finance. I feel like that was something that I definitely was in the dark about. Not that I didn't value a dollar or know like how much things cost. It was just one of those things like I had poor money management skills because I had never been taught how. But generally, let me just wrap it back up because, I went on that long tangent story. I mean, it wasn't that long. It was probably like a minute with the way that I talk. But like, I want to be able to share. I want to give a platform for people to share. I want to bring other people on here to like chit and chat. Maybe not in my spare bedroom, but like spare bedroom / office, but like, somewhere. I would like to have a studio at one point in time. Maybe we can even kiki in the living room. I don't know. About their experiences and things they have to bring to the table. I don't know. I just want to have like an open forum and I want to always be like sharing info, sharing new restaurants, sharing products, sharing whatever, like the whole nine. I just love that. I love that so much. And I feel like as a professional, like I like to call myself a try guy. I know those people were like making tons of videos over the pandemic. I wonder where they went. Anyway, maybe they're still on there and they're just not on my algorithm. Anyhow, I'm one of those people that just likes to try shit. I like to go do things, try stuff. I'm actually going to share some products with you all that I just tried in a couple minutes. But yeah, I want to share all of that with the world. And I think I have a lot to bring. I love to talk to people. I would love to have some type of like interview style situation. Maybe this could turn into something interview style. We honestly never know. But that's kind of where I'm at with it. And I've been navigating that as such, which has been so fucking crazy. And that's really what I wanted to get to in today's episode. But before I get into like what I've been doing to try to get myself together and plan things out or whatever, and kind of like my plans going forth, I want to share some favorites. I feel like it's been a minute since I shared some game changers with you all, and these today are actually really good ones. They're both body and skincare. Now, I don't know if you all follow the YouTube girlies or whatever, but my homegirl on the internet is Kyra Amanique. I love her. Love her. And especially since she's been on her skin journey and kind of clearing up her skin. I personally don't have a ton of like skin issues. Like I don't really deal with acne much, but I do deal with a lot of like texture and hyperpigmentation. So I'm always into like, what can we do? What can we try? And I feel like all of the acne prone girlies, like the girls that used to have acne, know exactly what we need to do to get that like glass skin, clear skin, the whole nine. So Kyra, girl, thank you, child. Thank you. She had talked about this. I think it's Korean skincare. I'm pretty sure it is. I think it says on here that it was made in Korea. But it's this Anua 77% Heartleaf Soothing Toner. Now, I had never really used a toner prior to this. I used to just kind of like wash my face, use an oil, and then like seal with an oil, and then a moisturizer on top. I think I've talked to you all in the past about like my Edam moisturizer that I love. But I was like, you know what, let me add a toner in here. I'm still like only 70% sure about what a toner really does, but I've noticed that my face has not been dry and has just been so smooth. So that is this right here. Oh my gosh, maybe I should like put the mic down so I can, oh sweet Jesus. We need to upgrade the system. I need one of those things that's like, you know what I'm talking about? Like the little mic stands or whatever. Anyhow, we'll get there. But it is this. This is the Anua stuff. Oh my God, I feel like a real YouTuber. I don't even know what's happening here. Anyway, there's that. And then also, Kyra, everybody was talking about this last year. This is the Fenty Butta Drop, the shimmering whipped oil one, the one that smells like cinnamon. I think it was limited edition. I don't know if it's limited edition anymore. I feel like it's been in Sephora for a while. I remember last year it came out only around like Christmas time. This shit right here. guys, I'm about to open it up for the people that are watching on YouTube. I literally am scraping the sides. Yeah, and I didn't start using it until I ran out of my Josie Maran, which is cool, but I find that Josie Maran is more of like my summer body butter. And I would say this one's definitely a little bit thicker and gives like, obviously it gives a gorgeous shimmer, but I just also really liked it this winter. For whatever reason, my skin was just tired of the other, and this has just been doing the trick. It smells like cinnamon vanilla, which I love. I did not like the original Fenty body butter or the Butta Drop scent. It just wasn't giving it for me. I don't know what that was supposed to smell like, but I don't like it. The one that comes in the purple container. But this one right here, I just ordered 2 more. They're actually having a sale right now. I don't know when the sale will be over. I think it might last until the end of the month, but like Fenty itself is having a sale, like 25% off. So I just ordered 2 more of these because I'm gonna need this shit in the summertime. This is gonna eat. And I also am such a like gourmandy scent type of person. I feel like this just layers so well with almost every scent that I have. And it's just been a win. It's just been a win. So if I don't tell you anything, try those 2 products. I will link them below for you all so that you have them. And if you buy them and you try it and you love it, let me know. If you don't love it, like I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Maybe like for the body butter portion, just like, I don't know, smell it in the store first. And for the toner, I mean, I don't think anybody would not like this toner. I feel like it's so good. And it's from Amazon, by the way. I ordered it on Amazon. All right, so let's get back into the topics. The topic of today, I guess, about how I'm like navigating this newness. So obviously, you know, I separated from work, so I've got a lot more free time than I had initially anticipated, which is kind of fine. I think it's actually a really good time. I've seen a lot about this whole TikTok ban situation. I have been trying to give TikTok a try, right? And I will say, it's like a slow burn for me. I'm not going viral or anything. I just realized that I don't think TikTok is really my space. I don't think that I'm a short form girly in that way, where you have to keep cranking that out. I do prefer like something longer where I'm sitting here talking with you guys, or like, you know, some type of video or whatever. So I think that's where I'm going to kind of lean into more so. But I've essentially just been trying shit. For the last month, I've just been trying shit, posting things, seeing what happens, engaging with people, like just kind of, I don't know, testing the waters, so to say. And I would say it's actually been pretty fruitful. I think I've kind of understood what's going on here. I'm like, okay, this is what's going on social media, but I just don't want things to be so shallow all the time. But I definitely know that there are both shallow and deep parts of myself, and I want to show them all. So it's totally fine. We're getting there. We're learning. I think that's also a portion of wanting to create video from this podcast, to be able to put onto social media, because this is kind of where I spill my guts to everybody. But yeah, I've just been trying things, but also just kind of seeing what's going on. I feel like I never really had any time to focus on what was really happening with social media, or like the businesses of it all. Like I think I had a general understanding, but to kind of look and see what SEO looks like, and just overall marketing of yourself, and hooks, and figuring out what to put in your bio, and like all those things, just kind of playing around with that. So that's been kind of fun. And I've been trying to just keep it light and fun as a game, and not trying to stress myself so much about it, and like, you know, trying to get deals or whatever. I just want to organically grow a really great community that really fucks with me the long way, versus it just being like a huge money grab. That's just like not my shit. So that's been a thing. But my biggest piece of this, and the hardest part, I think, has been trying to create a routine for myself. And I know I spoke about this before, just kind of, you know, with human design and whatever, and kind of my scheduling. But I've just been trying to figure out, like, when do I want to post? Like, do I just want to do things on like a haphazard type way or whatever? But I think that has so much more to do with the platforms that you're using, and not so much with like when and where. I feel like wanting to get more into the YouTube space, I want to make that a little bit more of a routine thing, so that I could edit and all that type of stuff. But when it comes to like TikTok and Instagram, I really do want to be in the moment, but also having some pieces and things to put out. So I'm just kind of working on that. And I feel like that's just been so weird. Like, I don't know, people don't talk about it enough, but like entrepreneurship, because that's essentially what this is. Like, I literally registered it myself as a business the other day. Entrepreneurship is wild. It's wild as fuck. Especially as someone who has always been in some type of like academia or like a work situation. You're used to the structure of whatever the structure that you're a part of is, right? Like you have your class schedule or you have your work schedule, whatever that might be, or kind of the things you need to get done at work, and you've got your task list. Creating my own task list has been insane. Sitting here thinking, and this is how I feel like I feel like realtors are probably this way too. Like what do I do now? You know what I mean? And obviously, like, I don't know. But in my mind, I'm like, there's actually no one here to tell me that, oh my God, you have to post right now. There's no one here to tell me you have to record this. There's no one here to say like, oh, you need to be trying to do this. It's me making up this entire vibe, right? Like it's just me solo dolo. So that's kind of been really interesting. And I think within that, I'm also learning how to prioritize myself and the things that I need to do as well. Like this is therapy for me. Getting on here, talking to you guys about shit, just kind of like rambling is really like a one of my ways of therapy. Another has been just like walking, like just getting outside in the sun and walking. Like sometimes I think I just need to strap up Rocky, grab the leash, and just walk. I don't listen to anything. Sometimes I do. Sometimes I'll listen to a good podcast. I have like I don't know if anyone else has this. Please tell me if you do. But like I'm a podcast listener as well. And I have like a weekly schedule of when I listen to what and who, like by their upload days. I'm messy. But like sometimes I'll walk and listen to something. Sometimes we're just out. Like I just need a little bit of sun. I need some fresh air. I need to get my, VO2 intake up. Like I need to make sure I'm breathing deep enough and like there's oxygen flowing through my veins. So that's been a thing that I've been prioritizing, as well as like making things at home, like trying new things. Cause another thing that I like to try is recipes. So like making new meals at home or just like cooking for myself in general and not ordering out or getting DoorDash or whatever has been another part of my schedule that has really helped to ground things. And I think that's what I needed for a minute. Like at first, like I had mentioned a couple episodes ago, I was just feeling super like in limbo, like fucking Alice, just falling down the rabbit hole. Like I didn't know what the fuck was going on. I'm trying to grab something. It's not grabbing me back. Like, I don't know. But, I think I just needed to ground myself into something and figure out something that has to be done every single day in order to make that a routine and in order to make it something. Otherwise, I'm just going to sit on the couch and watch YouTube all day. And that's actually not productive for anyone. So with that, I think this podcast has brought me a ton of grounding. And I think these last 2-3 weeks that I've been prepping and ready to put things out, and even just like playing on Canva, making graphics for things or whatever, has been super helpful because I just need something. I need something that has to happen every week in order to keep me doing the other things, or like keep me excited, keep me creative. And I've just been trying to like let the creative juices flow. Well, that sounds absolutely crazy because juices and flow. Anyway, I just need something to keep things flowing, keep it going. And stay excited about things because I never want things to get like stale. I feel like I'm one of those people that if the thing is stale or like I'm not feeling it, you can 100% tell. There's actually no masking it. You could tell that there's something wrong here. You could tell that I'm acting super dry as fuck. Like, it's just not cute. It's not cute. It's not good for anyone. So, cheers to this new lifestyle, this newness that's happening here. I'm happy to have you all along with me on the journey as we're just like learning shit, doing shit, and trying to make it happen, right? Like there's so many things that I see for myself and like even this brand and the things that I'm creating that I'm like hype. Like I'm super excited. And that kind of leads me to today's question before I leave you guys, because we're coming up on the like 20-minute mark, 25-minute mark. What was the last thing that got you excited? What was the last thing that you did, saw, tried, whatever, that made you super excited? Or something that you might be even looking forward to that's exciting you? I would love to know, because I always feel like you can always tell a lot about people by where their like excitement comes from, like the things that make them happy. So I'm interested to know yours. And with that, I am going to leave you today. I will see you next week. Oh my God, see you and you can hear me. Like you can see me now and you can hear me on your podcast platforms. Wild. I'm an idiot. Anyway, I hope you guys have a fantastic day, week, month, whatever. And I will see you on the internet somewhere. Bye.